my starting point was low, very, very low, no confidence, no self-worth, no value in myself. They have the phrase of you are your own worst critic. But the thing is, you don't have to be. Now, this has been a skill that I have developed over the years. Confidence is one of the most powerful traits that you can have, and building it can take you far in every area of your life. The great thing is confidence is a skill, and a skill can be learned. So today we're going to be diving into some of my best advice for you to build true, real confidence. Welcome back to Highest and Best. My name is Karis, and here we talk about how to elevate your life, unlock your full potential, and become the highest and best version of yourself. Now, confidence is something that I have managed to build over the years, and my starting point was low, very, very low, no confidence, no self-worth, no value in myself. And no matter what I did in the external, physically, it still didn't bring my true confidence out. And so I realized it's an internal job. And so today I want to provide you some of the best advice that I have that has helped me build true confidence. Now, before we dive into the advice, I have an announcement that I would like to make. I have been getting incredible feedback from the show so far, and it really has touched my heart. I've had a lot of people asking me different questions, asking for advice, and looking to meet other people who are on this same journey. People who also want to build and become the highest and best version of themselves. People who want to elevate their life, who want to fulfill their full potential. And so I thought it would be great to create a community for everyone. So all the people who want to join, who are on the path to unlock their full potential, can collaborate. We can chat in there. I'll put some exclusive content in there. It can be you encouraging other people, you getting encouragement, support, all of that good stuff. You are the people that you surround yourself with. So if you want to be alongside other people who are pushing and driving to become the best versions of themselves, then make sure you join the community. I will leave a link in the description below. It is completely free. All that I'm asking from you is that you share this video or this podcast episode to somebody who you feel like it will help, and that would just mean the world to me. Now, the first thing that you need to do to build true confidence is to fix your self-talk. My question to you now, and be honest with yourself, what do you say when you look at yourself in the mirror? What do you say when you are trying on certain clothes? How do you feel about yourself when you are speaking to somebody else, when you are walking through the restaurant, going to the bathroom? How is your perception of yourself? Most people's self-talk is extremely negative. They have the phrase of you are your own worst critic. But the thing is, you don't have to be. You can be your own hype person. You can speak life and positivity over yourself if you choose to. At the end of the day, if you think about confidence, it comes back to how you perceive yourself. And if you are constantly tearing yourself down, you are speaking death over yourself and the way you look and how you act, how do you think that's going to be reflected in your confidence? It's going to be so low, non-existent, and you're going to feel terrible about yourself. But you are doing it to yourself. So you might need to fix your self-talk, start controlling these thoughts that are in your head and speaking in a positive outlook over yourself, over the way you look, over all the things that you are doing. Something that I started doing a few years ago when I was building my confidence up is that I think about my older self and my younger self. So when I think about my older self, she would be looking at me thinking, you are so young, so beautiful, you're doing so well. She would be my hype woman. Keep pushing, keep driving. Now is the time. You can do this. She is an incredible motivator for me. Thinking about my older self also helps me be grateful and positive about where I am right now. It also helps me to push harder in my life because the fact that when I'm older, there's certain things I do now that I would not be able to do. So think about your older self. Then the other thing is to think about your younger self. If I think about me when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, that time especially because the fact that I was being bullied really bad growing up. It was a very dark time. And that version of me looking at me now, she would also be my hype woman. She would be so proud of how far I've come, what I've achieved, and she would be speaking positivity over me. So thinking about your older self and thinking about your younger self, it can help you perceive your current self in a different light. Be kind to yourself and also have gratitude and appreciation for where you are now and how far you've come. So fix how you're talking to yourself, speak life over yourself. So if you feel yourself ever spiraling down the negative thought pattern about yourself, your self-talk is going downhill, make sure you stop yourself in the tracks, fix it, control the thoughts into a positive light, and speak those over yourself. The second way to build real confidence is to stop the comparison. I know this is hard because we live in a social media world where we are constantly fed everyone else's life. One thing to remember, it is a highlight reel. People are choosing the pictures and the videos that they want to show you. They are, of course, going to be showing off the highs of everything, every experience, every place, everything they bought. It's all going to be the highlights. You're not going to see the things that people are actually going through, the way people are actually feeling. So when you are comparing yourself, your entire life to someone's highlight reel, it does not compare. You cannot compare. It is all an illusion. Speaking of social media, if you feel like it is something that is causing you to compare, I'd recommend going through those certain people in your following and unfollowing them. And if it's someone maybe that you know that you can't unfollow, then mute their account. If you are going on social media, you do not want to get off of it feeling down about yourself, having low confidence and low self-esteem based on looking at other people's content. So unfollow as necessary. Something that will help you stop comparing is realizing that it is you versus you. Now, when I'm talking about this, what I mean is that you have current you, how you are right now. Then you have your highest and best version of you, doing everything to fulfill their full potential, living that life that you want to live. You need to look at where you are now and that highest and best version of you, and you need to figure out how you can close that gap. But at the end of the day, that highest and best version of you, that is the only person that you should be comparing yourself to. The next piece of advice that I have in order to build real confidence is to step outside of your comfort zone. This is something that I know is hard. I know it's uncomfortable, but the whole point is that is where you grow. You grow on the outside of your comfort zone. So taking a step out, taking a toe and dipping it outside your comfort zone will help you build real confidence. So whether that could be giving a compliment to a stranger, it could be having a conversation with an important person, it could be speaking in front of a group. You can start small and build your way up. For example, one of the things that I despised was public speaking. When it came to speaking in front of a large group of people, I would not do it. Avoid at all costs. Now it's funny because obviously I make videos where I'm speaking and they go out to the entire world to see. But when it comes to speaking in front of people in public, large group of people, nervous. So last year with my business partner, Chrissy, we hosted a luxury real estate video event. There was about 30 to 40 people there, and we got up in front of everyone and we spoke. We had a presentation. We talked about how to create content and all of that good stuff. This was my first main time talking in front of that many people, like in person. But it completely got me out of my comfort zone. And now I feel like I can talk in front of hundreds of people because I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I built my confidence. So look for ways that you can step out of your comfort zone and eliminate your own self-doubt. Number 4 is keeping promises to yourself. Now, this is something that I learned from Ed Milet a few years ago, and I realized how true it is. When you follow through on something that you say you're going to do, it will help build your confidence. Now, this could go in many different ways. It could be saying that you're going to wake up early and actually doing it. It could be saying that you're going to go and exercise and actually doing it. It could be making the promise to yourself that you are going to spend 2 hours a day on building your side hustle, lead generating, whatever it is that can bring you in money. Saying you would do it for 2 hours a day and actually following through. When you have the discipline to follow through on what you say you're going to do, even when you don't feel like it, it's a win in your brain. It's you saying, even though I did not feel like doing it, I did it anyway. You can then celebrate that win, and it will build that internal confidence. It will build that self-worth. And when you get done, you can celebrate yourself, congratulate yourself on actually doing the thing that you say you were going to do, even when you didn't feel like it. The fifth way to build real confidence is to stop caring what other people think. Now, this has been a skill that I have developed over the years to a T. Now, I know that it stems from being bullied because I used to care so much of other people's opinion of me. It was toxic. And over the years, I have become less and less and less bothered by what other people think of me. I'm going to be making a full dedicated episode on this specifically. So make sure you subscribe, follow the podcast, and stay tuned for that one because it's going to be a good one. I will always stand by the quote, "What people think about you is none of your business." They are going to have their opinion of you no matter what. So if you constantly sit and worry and stress about what other people are thinking of you, it's a waste of your time. The only opinion you need to worry about apart from your own is what God thinks of you. That is it. That is all. And I will tell you, once you finally release the feeling and stress about other people's opinions, it is so freeing, and it will build your confidence and change your life. Number 6, if you want to build true confidence, you need to be authentically you. I'm talking unapologetically unique, crafted the way you are, and be you. There is that phrase that I love by Dr. Seuss that says, "Why fit in when we were born to stand out?" And it is true. God spent 9 months crafting who you are, and he created the world in 6 days. So when you are unapologetically yourself, you will feel at your best. Number 7 on how to build real confidence is self-development. Now, you are listening to this, so that means you are on the right track, which is great. But what I want you to do is to look at every area of your life: health, fitness, relationships, friendships, career, financial, sleep, all of these different areas, and think about, how can I do a little bit more? How can I push myself a little bit harder? Now, if you join the Highest and Best community with the link in the description below, I've put in there a couple of different tools and resources that you can use for specifically this. There's a checklist talking about where you currently are so that you can self-assess. There's a worksheet in there for self-assessment to figure out where you currently are. There's a checklist giving you advice on how you can begin to take a step further in each of the areas of your life. And there's a few other things. So make sure you go and join there and get access to those tools. But self-development is one of the best things that you can do to build your confidence. When you are on a constant mission to fulfill your full potential, the callings that have been placed on your life, you have tunnel vision. You can wake up every single day and think, how can I become 1% better than I was yesterday? How can I build this discipline so that I am following through on the things that I say that I'm going to? Where can I do better? Can I read more? Can I learn more? How can I manage my stress in a better way? Constantly figuring out how you can improve yourself builds your confidence. One thing that I developed over the years that built my confidence was being okay with being alone. Now, there's a difference between lonely and being alone. I learned that I love alone time, but I was never lonely. I was never bored because I learned how to be alone and I learned how to enjoy my alone time. But what is crucial here and will help you build your confidence is when the alone time is spent doing things that are building into being your highest and best self. If the time that you spend alone, you're eating trash food, you're laying on the couch, you're watching TV, you're feeling bad about yourself, of course you're going to have low confidence. But if you spend the time that you are alone and you're reading and you're learning and you're exercising and you're meeting new people and you're doing things that are making you build and grow into the best version of you, of course, you're going to build your confidence. It goes hand in hand. Self-development is the best key to building confidence. Building confidence can change your life. I stand by that. It can open up doors. It can give you new opportunities. It can allow you to meet new people. It can help you develop and build into the best version of yourself. But it's a skill, which is great because it means it can be learned, but it also means that it takes a lot of practice. And it is a constant thing that you have to work on. I hope that these tips helped you. If they did, I would love to hear about one that maybe stood out to you, or if you've got any additional tips you would like to leave below, then please do. I hope I get to see you all inside of the highest and best community. I can't wait to share some good things in there. Like I said, there's already some tools and resources inside of the group. I am here to be a resource for you along this journey. I am still also, and forever will be, on the journey of becoming my best self. So we can be in this together. We can have accountability. We can do some challenges and just all grow and unlock our full potential together. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.